The year was 1976, and Tom Schlough faced a daunting task. His father Leon wanted to retire. Leon and his wife Alvina owned a small company in St. Cloud, Minnesota called Park Tool. They sold the business to Tom and his wife Joyce. At the time, Park Tool had 15 employees and wasn't very profitable. Tom Schlough was an engineering graduate of the University of Minnesota, and the sum total of his business experience was about 8 years at Park. Fast forward to the fall of 2015. The company changed its name to Park Industries and built new facilities in 1984, in 2000, and expanded again in 2015. Park Industries now has about 300 employees and 150,000 square feet of facilities. It has manufactured more than 10,000 machines for the stone industry. It is by far the largest manufacturer of stone fabrication equipment in North America. Park is a hugely successful company, mostly owned by Schlough and his wife. Tom retired from active management on December 31, 2013. Seated in a conference room at the sprawling Park Industries headquarters, Schlough looks back when asked if he had a vision for the firm when he assumed ownership in 1976.
It sort of happened. I was an engineer, I'm an engineer, I'm a gearhead, right? And I like mechanical things, and I seem to like problems. I mean, finding ways to do things. And so that was my mentality. I was not a business guy in those days at all. And I didn't know how to run a business or manage or do any planning. And my dad had no structure for this in the business. It was pretty much day to day. And it was almost a miracle that we built a building in 1983 that probably they should have never loaned us the money for that building because we struggled with that. But it turned out to be a good thing because we wouldn't be here now if we wouldn't have done that. But I then actually made up my mind that if I'm going to do this and succeed, I have to learn how to run a business. And so that became one of my projects for myself.
And he did it.
I went to seminars. I did work through the American Management Association. I went to all kinds of seminars on management and leadership and technology and systems. And I used to subscribe to the Harvard Business Review, which is 4 times a year. I read that thing religiously and looked for books to study about how to run a business.
Schlough says that things were not always rosy, but one of the things that helped Park weather some economic storms was the appointment of a board of advisors.
That was a major step because that allowed me to access to like 4 or 5 more business minds.
Schlough said the real turning point for Park, though, was his learning how to run the business.
Well, you never know enough. That's right, but you got to keep trying. I remember consciously being at my desk one day and I says, you know, Tom, I have an attorney friend that has to go to continuing education. I have accounting friends that have to go continuing education, right? I'm sitting here trying to run this business and I never went to business school. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And that just became important to me.
Schlough said the eventual success was never about the money.
I just liked solving the problems and coming up with the solutions. I always felt good when we solved a customer's problem and it worked. I said, look what we did. It was more about that. And of course, you got to make money, otherwise you can't be in it.
Today, Park Industries is one of the few companies in the world that has a comprehensive stone fabricating product line.
We make a lot of different products for the countertop business and for the architectural side of the business. We're a much bigger company than any of the competitors.
Under Schlough's creative leadership, Park has developed several groundbreaking products. These include the first diamond-tipped disc saw for cutting granite, a CNC router for dimensioning, shaping, and cutting marble and granite for the countertop industry, and a system to process full-dimension stone into thin stone veneer, opening a whole new field for the stone industry. His entrepreneurial spirit and driving desire to expand the stone processing industry have resulted in numerous patents. Under Schlough's leadership, Park has been a staunch supporter of MIA and other stone-related industry associations. As a founding member of Stone Expo, he was instrumental in bringing industry companies together to form the largest trade show within the industry. He also assisted with the merger of the MIA's annual convention and Stone Expo that called for sharing the profits. Several MIA key initiatives have flourished because of Schlough's support, including the regional education program, member networking events, benchmarking surveys, and chapter operations. His service to the industry includes being a former board member for the Building Stone Institute and an active supporter of the Allied Stone Institute, the Indiana Limestone Institute, the Tile Council of North America, the Northwest Granite Manufacturers Association, and many others. He has been an active participant in local Minnesota companies and organizations. Today, Park Industries is run by a son, Mike Schlough, who serves as president, and Joan Schatz, chief operating officer, both of whom serve in the office of the president.
When I left this job, we had an executive coach that was working with Mike and Joan, and I worked with him in that transition phase. And about 2 months before I retired, he came in one day and he says, "Tom, on the 31st of December, you have to move out. I mean, you have to leave, and you have to take everything that you want out of here and go. And don't come back unless they invite you." I thought, really? Well, it took me a couple months to get my head around that, but that's what we did.
He shows up for 4 board meetings a year and on other special occasions. Looking back on his career, Schlough had this to say.
Well, I would just say, in retrospect, I mean, it wasn't always fun, it wasn't always easy, but if I'd known then what I know now, I would have done the same thing. It's been a great ride.
For a great career in building America's foremost stone fabrication machinery company, and for his enduring support for MIA and the stone industry as a whole, MIA is proud to present Tom Schlough with the 2015 Migliorie Award for Lifetime Achievement.